the choice to you. Yeah, please tell me about any point you would like to discuss. You must be able to talk in detail about it. I am not going into your subject. Shivangi Chaube, what is the degree you studied?
So I have completed my Bachelor of Science degree in chemistry honor.
What about our Sneha? BCom.
Yes, sir.
BCom, na?
Yes, sir.
So I suggest all of you keep your mic on in as much as there is no big sound coming from your behind. Unless some children are in your house creating noise, you can keep your mic on. Shivanji and Sneha, please keep the mic on always. Otherwise, after my asking questions for you to answer, it takes 1 minute. Why do we waste time like that? Now, yeah. Now, no, I will come to the subject questions later on. Now, please, uh, which question would you like to answer me, Miss Shivangi?
So from the questions you're showing on the screen.
Not necessary. आप अपना मन में जो कुछ अच्छा लगता है उसका बारे में बात कर लीजिए, कोई तकलीफ नहीं. See, actually, these are the questions they have asked in a recent interview for this fellow.
Okay. Yes, sir.
That is, we will take up that.
So I have a
Here,
question.
yeah, I will show you. What is the difference between this question may not be asked in a general insurance interview because this is applicable only for life insurance. Now, can you tell me what is your name, Shivangi? What are the key features of health insurance policy?
So in health insurance policy, the insurance company provide coverage for the medical expenses and surgical expenses. Uh, and it also provides policies for regarding like individual for the individual cover or family floater insurance policy, and also the comprehensive health insurance policy.
That's all. Okay, now we will go to Mr. Naveen Sharma. You please talk on health insurance policies.
Health insurance policy is basically taken by an insurance policy holder in order to meet his hospitalization expenses or any surgical expenses. Basically this policy lasts for 1 year, and the premium can be paid on quarterly basis or an yearly basis based on the based on the terms and conditions of the policy. So in health insurance policy, a customer has the benefit of going to cashless hospitals so that he can undergo his treatment without paying any cash. And uh, for that, TPA are there, that is third party administrator, which is an intermediary between the health service provider and insurance company. So through that, a policyholder can file the claim and all the processes related to health insurance policy. That's it.
Good. Next one, we will go to Sneha.
Health insurance policy is an insurance product which covers medical and surgical expenses of the insurance policy holder. In this, the insurance policy company reimburses the amount spent on the illness or illness or injury, or pays the care provider directly of the insured individual.
Okay. Now, Yashwant.
Sir, the health insurance policy is the part of the general insurance policy, and sir, it covers all kinds of medical insurance, medical expenses, including hospitalization, medical tests, surgeries, doctor visits, And sir, it also covered the post hospitalization costs, and it allowed individual to customize the policy according to their needs or according to their budget.
Okay, I think all of you have talked, na? Very good. Here, when we go for Wikipedia on health insurance, I don't know whether we have to talk about it when a question like this is asked. For example, Shivangi, you start reading this health insurance in India.
Okay.
Sir, recently, sir, the health insurance premium collections are crossed 1 trillion, I think 1 trillion rupees, sir. The major part of the insurance was covered by the health insurance, and after that, the motor insurance is the second number.
Where did you see that? If you get that report, please send the link in our group, NIACL group. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yeah. Miss Shivangi, please read.
Okay. Health insurance in India is a growing segment of India's economy. The Indian healthcare system is one of the largest in the world, with the number of people it concerns nearly 1.3 billion potential
Now
beneficiaries.
you can make it
The-
1.4 billion.
Okay.
Mm.
The healthcare industry in India has rapidly become one of the most important sectors in the country in terms of income and job creation. In 2018, 100 million Indian households, approx 500 million people, benefit from a health coverage. In 2011, approx 4% of India's gross domestic product was spent in health sector.
Mm.
Policies are available that offer both individual and family cover. Out of these, approx 4% health insurance account for 5 to 10% of expenditure. Employers account for around 9%, while personal expenditure amounts to an outstanding 82%. In the year 2016, the NSSO released the report Key Indicators of Social Consumption in India Health based on its 71st round of surveys. The survey carried out in year 2014 found out that more than 80% of Indians are not covered under any health insurance plan, and only 18% government funded 12% of the urban population and 14% government funded 13% of the rural population was covered under any form of health insurance.
Good. Very good. Next, I would request Sneha to read presentation.
India's public health expenditures are lower than those other middle income countries. In 2012, they accounted for 4% of GDP, which is half as much as in China, with 5.1%. In terms of public health spending per capita, India ranks 184th out of 191 countries in 2012. Patients' remaining costs represent about 58% of the total. The remaining cost borne by
the patient.
the remaining cost borne by the patient represent an increasing share of household budget from 5% of this budget in 2000 to over 11% in 2004 and to 5. On average, the remaining cost of poor households as a result of hospitalization accounted for 140% of the annual income in rural areas and 90% in urban areas.
No, but one thing. Now, I think this Wikipedia has been written long back. Whereas now certain more further points have to be presented. For example, there is a government scheme. Why is that scheme called Ayush? Na? Government Ayush.
Sir, Ayushman card.
Ayushman Bharat.
Ayushman Bharat. Yeah. When they ask about this thing, of course, I won't like you to unnecessarily get involved. When they ask about health insurance policies, generally, then you can say the majority of the population is covered by, sizable population is covered by Ayushman Bharat Yojana. Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana
But sir, the drawback of its Ayushman Bharat, because the government is not paying the amount to the private hospitals, so they are not accepting the Ayushman card, sir. I
Acha,
would read it.
is that the complaint that is there now?
Yes, sir. The many hospitals are not accepting the card, Ayushman card. They are asking that the government is not paying any amount to them, so that's why they are rejecting the card.
Right, yeah, maybe right now because of elections and all, or even before that, due to some reasons, payments were not coming. So the objective of the scheme is defeated. That's what you say.
Yes, sir.
Oh, now here is an article. Here is a
Sir,
video on. Yeah, tell me.
sir,
No, but
the many.
one thing, whether you, I am not asking you to repeat it now. All of you, please note down. Please prepare a small write-up on Ayushman Bharat. Don't tell negative points. Just tell what is that scheme about. Whether it is applied or applicable or is being put into use, we don't know. But still, just get to know some ideas about that question. Okay, that will do. Other than that, I think there is not much of a things required. In this interview, the candidate was asked a question: how does reinsurance treaty work? What is reinsurance treaty?
So the reinsurance is for the insurance companies, like in case of their solvency or they are unable to pay the premium, then the reinsurance company plan the bailout package for the insurance company to improve their solvency.
I think you are not covering the good point rightly. Naveen Sharma, can you talk on this? Who was
Sir, I have
talking?
to read or
No. Naveen Sharma, you have some points on this reinsurance?
sir, I only know what is reinsurance, sir. It is an insurance contract between an insurer and a reinsurance company, sir, in which
That's all.
insurance company is called as the ceding company.
Yeah, now please read the treaty insurance.
The treaty reinsurance is a type of reinsurance arrangement where the ceding insurance company transfers a specified portion of its risk exposure to a reinsurer under a pre-agreed contract.
This
It
is a
involves
very
a long
this is a very important point. Say, for example, an insurance company takes a contract of Reliance group of companies, and you know what happens? Such is a very huge amount in crores. And if something happens, the insurance company will not be able to bear it. So they transfer a portion of the risk to another insurance company by paying certain amount of premium to the second company also. Now read, it involves
a long-term agreement between two insurance companies. The ceding company transfers a portion of its policies, risks, and liabilities to the reinsurer. The reinsurer agrees to indemnify the ceding company for a portion of its losses stemming from the covered risk. The reinsurance company agrees to cover all risks within a specific class of insurance policies, even without individual underwriting for each policy.
Then please read this also. What are the benefits of reinsurance? We will ask Yashwant to read this. Yashwant, please read the benefits of reinsurance.
Benefit of the reinsurance. The first one is the risk diversification. The treaty reinsurance allows the trading company to spread its risk across the multiple reinsurers.
No.
By
Mr.
doing
Yashwant, your internet is totally bad. कुछ भी अच्छा आवाज सुनता ही नहीं है. Shivangi Chaube, please read.
Okay. So first one is risk diversification. TT reinsurance allows the ceding company to spread its risk across multiple reinsurers. By doing
Acha.
so, it
So
reduces.
this is a very important point. This reinsurance can be done by first company to more than one company also. Very good. That is a point. Continue. By doing so,
it reduces concentration risk and ensures stability even in the face of large losses. Second, capital relief. Reinsurers provide additional capital support to the ceding company. This allows the insurer to underwrite more policies without tying up excessive capital. It enhances the insurer's financial flexibility.
Tying up, without tying up, not typing, without tying up.
Time.
Okay.
Okay.
Continue.
Stability and predictability. Treaty reinsurance agreements are typically long-term, often multiple year. This stability helps insurers plan for the future, knowing they have consistent reinsurance support. Fourth is expertise and underwriting assistance. Insurers often have a specialized knowledge and experience. They can provide valuable insight, assist with underwriting decisions, and help improve risk assessment. So fifth is liquidity management. Reinsurance payouts provide liquidity during catastrophic events. This ensures that a ceding company can meet its obligation to policyholders promptly. Remember that the specific benefits may vary based on the terms of the treaty and the relationship between the ceding company and the reinsurer.
I am not going into the other questions like what are the different types of treaty reinsurance, because they will not ask like that. How do insurers choose reinsurer treaty arrangement? Not required. Can you provide an example of successful reinsurance treaty partnership? I think this seems to be a good one. Now, Sneha, can you try? But I think all this is foreign countries. We want in terms of India. So I think this question is also not relevant. So this much is sufficient for a reinsurance. Okay. Now, next question we will go. What is the purpose of insurance policies cooling off period? These questions have been asked in April 2024 in Chennai. What is the purpose of an insurance policy's cooling off period? Who can answer me this question? Now, my only complaint to all of you is this. In spite of my giving you all these questions in the paper given to you, why have you not prepared for a ready-made answer on these questions? Can you tell me, can you answer me this? Is it that you find it difficult to get because I am going to do the same thing that you are going to do. I'm going to search and try to find out some suitable answer. Why should you not do it beforehand? Does it mean you are too busy otherwise? Does it mean you have some other very important work? Tell me. Now, what is the purpose of insurance policies cooling off period? Who would like to take up this question? Who can answer this? Nobody. Nobody. Yeah. Now I request the internet is okay only in respect of Sneha, then Shivangi and Naveen. Sneha, why don't you read this? The cooling off period.
The cooling off period is the length of time given to applicants of a health
No,
policy.
just a minute. I will take this as a next question because it can be made better. Otherwise, people.